All right, hard drive started for Happy Aloha Friday Part 2 here on the Avocado Show. And yeah, I'm just no small talk. We're going for it right now. Let's just go ahead and start right in. Let's do this. We're going to be starting with the Wheel of Cheese because that's the latest thing I've liked. I enjoy doing that now. It's like start with the Wheel of Cheese, give our guests who are lurking an opportunity. And nope, it's not Squeezy Lizard this time. Let me refresh our form here. And we're going to start with Queso Nubo. Queso Newbie. Queso Fresco. No foreplay today. Go straight in for it. I just was feeling like I'm just going straight in here and we're just doing this. So let me get our new cheesy people in here. There you go, guys. Are you ready for Speen? I'm ready for Speen. Here we go. And the winner is, will it go into blue? Oh my gosh, how close did that come? So Galantium, you is the winner. So let's see what Galantium would like for us. Galantium would like from us. Let me see here. Oops, I just passed you. There you are. Galantium, G-A-L-A. Remember the rules, though, for my Wheel of Cheesy people. Nothing over 7 minutes. Anything over 7 minutes by even 1 second is an automatic punt. So let me see what we got here. Stand by. I just made the worst mistake ever. Yes, ever. Up there we go. So we're going to be listening something from Kirby Planet Robot. And the name of this track is Kirby Rabbit Plobot. Planet Robot. What did I say? Rabbit Plobot. Guys, we're going to look back at these sessions 10 years from now if I'm still alive and still around and still doing them. And we'll watch the slow disintegration of my, can't read, can't talk anymore, I am a mess. That's Rabbit Plobot. Okay, that's the name of it. Hey, Delta Kills, thank you so much. That was very kind of you. Okay, let's get back to this. So we're going to listen to Kirby Planet Robot, composer Jun Ishikawa, and the name of the track is Sky High and Smitten. And the message is from the city level of Planet Robot with some incredible slap bass and a melody that will not leave my head. The Japanese title translates to Intoxicated by the Skyscrapers. All right, guys, let's do this. All right. Right into my head with that bass. Got its roots in the 70s kind of Shaft kind of vibe. Can anybody tell me when this was released, this game, with this music? I love the conga loop. Mid-2010s. Thank you. It just sounds like some of the sounds that they're using for this sound a little purposefully 80s cheeseball. It does. It has a good flow to it. There's an art form to this, guys. Purposefully choosing cheesy tracks or cheesy tones and modules is pretty difficult. mean, because that obviously is a sample bass even as well, but... But from what little I've seen of the Kirby game on playthroughs on the internet, this music is so well written for that whole vibe, everything. It's like the music matches the 3D font. You know what I mean? That little bit of glycerin. So it looks at this point we're kind of jockeying in and out of the melody. But I'm wondering, is that a part of the motif? That chord change. This transcending little... The bass is always about the 1/5. So it's part of the franchise motif, the motif. Yeah, so we've been listening to a repeat. Really super fun track. And I think, once again, it's that thing that I've talked about many times when composers, gaming devs make that decision to maybe keep it sounding in the same adjacent pocket of something that would be a little more 80s. By choosing the cheesy sound for a trumpet, the cheesy sound for a lead, the cheesy sound for the congas, the cheesy sound for the slap bass and stuff. I mean, anybody who's a composer and producer here can tell when there's a little more current sounds that are woven into it, like pads and stuff that are a little richer and stuff, and the cleanliness actually of the engineering and stuff. But it's from what little I've seen on gameplay, like I said earlier, the music just matches the visuals and keeps you tied into the nostalgia of it. And sometimes I wonder when they make a decision like that, you know, if it isn't they're going for the more boomer Gen Xer gamers. I know that Kirby's been around for a minute, so I don't know what the demographic lurch would be into composing something like that, but I really enjoyed it. You said the first few notes kind of are from the gourmet race of Kirby. Is that what you're saying? So, anyhow, I can imagine parents wanting to play Kirby with their kids. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. It's got that fun, broad kind of vibe to it. So, all right, I have one more wheel of cheese we shall do before we get back into Dono land. And this one is queso pobre, guys. This is big slices of cheese going on here. Galantium, thank you so much for dropping by and saying hi. Let's see what this cheese looks like. It's full cheese. It's sweaty cheese. It's queso pobre. Let's go. Hey, Jakin, what's up? Uh-oh. More blue, it looks like. Who's this? Gently floating. Somebody here in Twitch is gently floating. So let's see what gently floating would like here. Let me see. See. Gently floating. This is a band called Slowdive. Apparently they're alternative. Oh, let me see what we got here. The name of the band is Slowdive. The name of the song is 40 Days. The message is, I love how the song opens up and changes in second verse. Okay, that's the lead-in we got from Gently Floating. And Gently Floating, thanks for hanging out, spinning the wheel. If you're still here, you're here, fantastic. If not, you know where to find it on YouTube. I know, Il Marmota, it's the spinning thingy. Oh, it's shoegaze, huh? All right, let's see what we got here. Let's go. I've been becoming more and more of a fan of shoegaze as well. Some microtonal things happening there, or is it my head? Trippy, like there's a little intonation things happening in there. This is a little different than I expected with shoegaze. I don't know why. I'm thinking sometimes shoegaze has more of an aggressive tone to the guitar.
You said you're always sleeping, but it's all I believe in. Just that I'm always falling, and it makes me feel bad. If I saw something good, yes, I wouldn't worry. If I saw something good.
There's almost like there's a little bit of a ambient pop thing happening in this section here. I know there's another term for that. I like this. I like the tone, but for some reason I'm expecting a little bit more stereo dynamics with this. I don't know why. Or maybe that's what my head wants to hear. Love to try to write a piece like this in the genre. Yeah, I totally feel that, Doc Doom. It's got that. I think this was probably one of my very first experiences with shoegaze in a light manner. I guess maybe you guys can tell me that within the genre of shoegaze, maybe there's a few different genres within it, like subgenres. Because like I said earlier, when I think of shoegaze, for some reason, I'm thinking of like more washed out, grittier, overdriven tones in the guitar. Not quite saturated like metal and rock, you know, like the hard, chuggy, genty vibes. But for some reason in my mind, when up until now, that being this is legit shoegaze, that I was expecting a different tone, but I really like this vibe. And there's a part of me too. So it's just a dense sound awash in effects. There's part of me too that, I mean, you know, I listen to tracks, sometimes I go, wow, this sounds like it'd be really fun to do. But then there's another part of me that goes, nah, don't bother because it's not authentic. And I don't know, that's just a me thing. You know, and it's just because, unfortunately, by virtue of my whole life being a production library composer, a lot of the stuff that I've always been assigned to do is chase tales, musical tales. You know, someone, can you write 3 tracks that sound like this, or write a couple tracks that sound like that? and I think I've told you guys before. Look at this. This has triggered something in me, that I have such a hard time writing my own authentic self. But then I get influenced by something and I go, this seems like it'd be really fun to do. You know, like as I'm still digging for my true artistic self, I get pulled into genres like shoegaze. I go, God, this is just, you know, this, and a couple of the other times in the last few streams, you've heard me glow a little bit about some of the more acoustic-y stuff that we've listened to. I don't know. I'm still looking for Godot. I mean for goddang. I mean for Godoo. I mean gummy bears. It doesn't matter. All right, let's get to the donos. Let's pop. Let's pop. Like little shrimp. What's the Muppet shrimp guy's name? He's like a crab or something like that, or a shrimp, or a crawfish. He's very well known to making trouble on the newscasters. Let's pop. Okay, let's pop. All right, let's see. Pepe. Yeah, I want to find this one Pepe video. Stand by. Pepe news. News anchor. There's one I saw the other day that I was just dying laughing. Yeah, it's this one. Guys, let's watch this for a second because this is frickin' hilarious. The King Prawn.
You ready to pop again?
Yeah, let's pop.
All right, so you know we're all morning people here, whether we like it or not. We have to be in remarkably early. Can I help you?
I'm just reading the copy.
No, that's not the copy. Look, eyes up.
Then I'm looking at your legs.
A new study out of Britain says that nearly 50% of people, men and women alike, can't bear talking to anyone for at least an hour and 15 minutes from the time they wake up. 21% even ignore their kids. Not to worry though, half of the grumpy morning
The way he's looking at it. No.
Go on.
Half of the people surveyed said they become nicer after they've had a cup of coffee.
I think it all depends on who'd you wake up next to.
I'm sure that plays a part. And
I must be so out of touch because this came across my feed and now I'm getting all the Pepe stuff. So apparently he's very well known. Is he kind of like the, yeah, Pepe Riz. I think that's it. Is he like, is his personality on the Muppets the same thing as the dog with the cigar? I forgot the name of the character, the puppet with the dog with the cigar, the insult dog or something like that. I forgot the name of what the dog is. But it almost seems like they have the same personality. I just don't know if they're from the same, yeah, Triumph. The insult dog, yeah. So I don't know if they're from the same pocket. If Pepe throws insults or more, he's just more like a horny Pepe Le Pew or Pepe or something like that. Not as crass. Okay, similar energy. Okay, I don't know. I just found that was probably some of the best live puppetry I've ever experienced. I'm sure there's a lot more. I'm gonna have to go down that rabbit hole. All right, let's get back to what we do the best here. So first one up on our recovery dono session here. Oh my God, I got so many donos. I'm hoping I'm getting through this tonight. Next up is Pt2. Thank you so much for your kind donation and happy Aloha Friday to you. We're going to be listening to something from Xenoblade. And this one is called Engage the Enemy. First of all, he's saying, hello. How's it? I only got into the series recently, but the OST has quickly risen to my top. Yes, we've done quite a bit of Xenoblade here. Pt2. So let's do this. Let's do some more Xenoblade for you. Thank you for your kind donation. Let's go. Almost sounds gospel-y. Almost sounds like there's some tape saturation on this tap. It has a little bit of that 80s Stallone kind of vibe, yeah? Turnip says that I've done this before. But after 1,800 tracks, I'm trying to pull my recall in So very Japanese composer style. Shut up, 1 a.m. Especially those drums too, real banging. Protect the old man at all costs. You just knew that resolve was coming. This is perfect music for me opening up a brand new thing of Skippy peanut butter. I love this when they come in with the vocals. Break the virgin skin of the peanut butter. Ha 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 ha. That little string line reminded me of something in the Godfather score. I peeled it too fast. I pulled the bandage right off. Shit, I just drooled. I'm getting old on the spot. Oh, they didn't resolve it. They let it hang out there for a minute, messing with my head. That's funny. I'm sponsored by Big Peanut instead of Big Pharma. Really big fat track. The drums, actually, this is something that uniquely happens in the mastering process. Depending on the kind of compressor you'll put in on the 2-track out. Did you notice how there were times where the drums was right in your face, let's say doing a fill and nobody else was in on it, and it got big, and then as soon as the rest of the signal kind of caught up to each other, the compression took it and then took the drums and squashed it and put it back in the background. That's kind of a breathing element that I kind of miss of the old days of analog. The analog world, if you would. Even the beginning of this track, I was like, God, it sounds like there's some tape saturation on there. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. And tape compression kind of vibe on it. But the track itself was really nice. It was ginormous. The bottom end also sounded slightly ruptured. You know, there was a little bit of a buzz at the bottom that just was nice and fat and juicy. But this was a fun track, and it was nice. And it was a perfect... excuse me, track for me to excavate on my first scoops of the peanut butter. But I guess apparently I did hear this, though. Turnip went back in. Is that how many tracks I've listened to? 2,800, did you say? Since we started Twitch? Jeez. By now I would be a lot more in tune with genres and stuff, but I'm still just as bobo as I was when I started this. Alrighty. Next up is Nex 794. And let me see what we want here. Another game. This looks like it's going to be an oldie but a goodie, friends. This is going to be from... Let me see here. Street Fighter 2. And no message with this one here from Nex, but it looks like the track is going to be the Guile theme, Guile, Guile theme, something like that. So apparently this is going to be, like Turnip says, a true classic. Let's do this, see what happens. Oh yeah, even I remember this. It was such a big advancement during this era to have a delay. That gave us some, that arrangement in the back. Those chord progressions. But whoever programmed the bass had fun. That old Mr. sounding synth stab. Smooth McGroove kebab, yeah. I feel you on that. It's got that. I like the sequence. You hear it in the back? Street Fighter 2 Turbo. That definitely has a classic. I remember Street Fighter. I think I may have played it a few times back in the days in the 1900s. I definitely recognized the tone of the instruments, so it was probably one of those games. I don't know where I played it, at somebody's house or something. Or maybe in a recording studio. How long ago did this release? Why am I thinking this is 90s? Early 90s. I don't know. But once again, very talented. Super 1991. You see, that's at an arcade. Yeah, I definitely would have played this at an arcade. As a matter of fact, you know, some of the recording studios that I would either go to work, engineering or whatever the case I was doing, there was quite a few studios had video games in them, like the old school stand-up versions, whatever you guys call those. You know, so you'd get in there and there'd be, you know, burnt cigarette marks on Pac-Man or asteroids or something like this. And this, or Donkey Kong. There was another one I think I may have mentioned before, the arcade machine. Thank you. Yeah, I guess that would have been pretty straightforward. Something that I used to love, it was always at this one studio. Matter of fact, I remember going back to the studio after our sessions were done. I think we booked like 2.5 weeks there to do some work. I went back to the studio just to finish up playing because I wanted to get that high score on Dig Dug. Poof. Poof. Yeah, the dank smell of the arcades. But in this case, it was inside a recording studio. It was in their lobby. They go, Jeebs, you don't have a session today or anything. How you doing? What's going on? Nothing. I want to try to just beat this freaking, you know, so I'm sitting there going, what the hell is this dumbass, hippie, pot-smelling, Vans, OP short, wearing engineer coming here and playing video games? What the hell? I don't know. See, video games were like, I don't know. I guess I always have to say I loved video games when I was younger, even though I wasn't a big gamer. I remember telling you guys the story of when I used to work at Swinson's in 1979 and 1980 at the Sherman Oaks Galleria, and there was that giant arcade next to Swinson's in the Sherman Oaks Galleria. A matter of fact, where that whole thing where they shot Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I used to just take all my tip money and stuff like that and go in there and buy the little tokens. Remember you had to buy the tokens? That was good times. All right. I'm sorry I just went down that alley. Okay, here we go. You guys are so nice in indulging me my old man moments of like going, hey, do you remember when back in 1974? Next up, Blind Element. How are you, Blind Element? We're doing a band called Mergingmoon. Is that what it is? It looks like we're getting into some metal here, guys. Mergingmoon coming up right now. That's the name of the band. The name of the song is Greyen. It looks like this might be a live video. I'm not too sure. The same message that is on the request form. Thank you for doing this, Jeeps. Oh, thank you for doing what I do. Thank you, Blind Element. If it isn't for you guys showing up, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be taking long naps and actually recording audio voice books, which I'm taking a much needed break from right now. Disclaimer, live video has strobe lights. Okay. The band formed in May 2010 from Tokyo, Japan. I discovered them from Anthony Bourdain, rest in peace, on a No Reservations episode. This exact song. The singer is Iu Imura, has ridiculous vocal ranges. Also, yes, there is a key guitarist in the band. Okay. Blind Element, thank you so much, and also thank you for the dono. Oh, a little bit of the message here. The song ends when the credit rolls at 7 minutes. Okay. All right, guys, let's go. Yeah, because if I do my audio recordings, Anford, it's just me and my DAW. I get to talk to you guys here in a world. Is that the old Casio key guitar? Jam. Jeez. Where would this have been on an Anthony Bourdain part of his show? Oh, these guys are crushing. Yeah, In Flames. I'm feeling that. Yeah, she has an amazing, I mean, when they can do that with their voice, I'm like, rah. Nice. It's had like a poppy vibe to it and stuff like that. A synthwave poppy vibe. A little bit of like what's the name of that metal band that's very progressive in this capacity? August Burns Red, maybe? I like the dinking around with the harmonics. Wow, this sounds phenomenal. Maybe that should be a word I should coin. Phenomenal instead of phenomenal. Kind of blended. Even the ride doubled up with that. That little synth line in the backlight is just that grindy. Jeez. All that power coming out of that itty bit. That upper synthy rangy. Ooh, that's cutting through like a Ginsu knife. Maybe that's why this was Anthony Bourdain's show. No, don't do that to the bass. Oh my god, that was a great looking bass. My heart just hurt. Holy crap. No, not the bass, please. Super ballsy, ripping, tripping track, without a doubt. I guess you guys said they were a mellow death, right, band? That's what Rotten Soundgarden says, mellow death metal. I'm still getting my head wrapped around what that genre really means, but I love the fact that, if what it means is that it has these diverse changes in coming in from just the gnarliest, grindiest, pitbull death metal, mosh pitty, metal rip shredcore, and every other thing I can put in that soup for explanation. And then they pull back and get these nice cleaner tones and stuff and get very melodic and stuff like that. So I guess that's the mellow death aspect of it, is that genre pulls and yokes in and out of it and stuff. Super powerful. Her voice, once again, it's another one of those extraordinary, as just a bystander, because that's all I merely am now. I'm just old little curmudgeon-y composer that sits here and enjoys this journey with you guys, and you guys go throw this stuff at me. I thought this was really super powerful, and I'm really entertained when I listen to this. There's times where I can't find any just one thing to say about it, except for the fact that once again, just ball crushing track. That's all there is to say. That's all there is. That's all I got to say about that. Is what I'm saying. Next up, Delta Kills Them is the next individual up. If you're here, fantabulous. If you're not, thank you for your dono. I appreciate it. Your song gets played, and we'll end up on the YouTube channel when I export it. So here we go. Here, we got something from Gojira, friends of mine. Gojira, we're going to be doing Pray live at Red Rock. Much love from tiny Switzerland. Oh, you're from Switzerland. I don't think it's going to happen, but somewhere in my little, unicorn dreams of being able to travel the world, Switzerland seems to be one of my very high up there, especially when I'm tripping. I don't mean that in a really bad way, but if the gummies are working a little hard, sometimes I'll just sit in front of the TV. I love watching the videos of the train going through the Swiss Alps, and you just watch everything, and it's just so beautiful. And then you kind of chill to the clackety clack, because that's just what's happening to me in my old age. Okay, so he says this live version blew my socks away. Let's go listen to some Gojira. Is this an open theater, amphitheater? Oh yeah, I guess so. There's a little city back there. Oh, I love Devin Townsend for what he does with his sounds, his wall of sound. This will be great. Well, now you're gonna play drums with one stick? God, they get us so hooked into the darkest rhythm patterns. Why do I'm smelling Phrygian vibes. Like that's where I want to go with this. Automatically I want to pick up my guitar and just wail that mode. I know, Jakin. It's one of my favorite mode in the world. That and Dorian. And Jeeves Lydian. Yep, Lisa, that would be it. The drums are magic right here. With the ride. Yeah, Emma gets the tip jar on that. He's the keeper of the tip jar when it comes to the Phrygian conversation. I think what's really powerful and significant about this is that they just lay into that root, and they're not trying to do trickery shit around it. It's that constant punching down on that, there's not a lot of stepping around going around there. Bass player taking over while the guitar players are tuning up. I like this. Yeah, that is that open C. And listen to that bass, man. Really sounds like they really do use a lot of the pedaled splitter, you know, with a harmonizer octave down on a lot of things. Oh, I love this part. Like that, Lisa, I can't pin it. Listen to the ghost notes on the snare. I just got chicken skin. You know, the bass line, man, has magic through that section. Just laying down and sitting on those 16ths. I wonder if he's got his pick taped to his thumb. I would have lost it already. This is kind of like a Danny Carey moment in Tool for this drummer. The way he's just crushing. Very Devin Townsend. Dive down, match it. That was such a ball buster of a song. That was sick. That was sick. It was a perfect time to catch that track and stuff. Once again, for me, it feeds into... you know, this is when I really glow about tracks that don't have flashy solos and you know, this is all about sucking you in from top to bottom with just a powerful arrangement. You know, and to me, this is kind of score oriented in composing music. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you write a piece of music that pulls you in a direction and just locks you in and then takes this death grip and just takes you all the way through. And there wasn't, you know, that's why I kind of compared it a little bit to kind of like I'm not comparing it to Tool, but the design of the track, how it just gets you intoxicated with a pattern. You know, whereas Tool likes to stay in D, these guys were in C, but yet the through of it all was just the powerful arrangements. Now, of course, there were some lyrics on this and there were some vocal tracks on this, but it was more like holding off these, you know, tied off whole notes where he's like, wah. Well, I don't think he did that note. But this also, when you had said also that this played into that Devin Townsend actually did some contributions here. This is what I love, is that wall of sound. You know, and it's funny enough, remember I was talking about earlier about the shoegaze thing. I think it's just something for me about maintaining a texture through a track that I can identify with and kind of zone into. Be it a tonic that's ringing through or a tone or, you know, something that's droning through. This was great. This was a phenomenal, you know, kind of track when it comes to that, you know, and it's intoxicating. This is a track that if I needed to get lost on a long drive in my head, this is that track, you know. Plus I have a little affinity for Gojira, because one of my favorite tracks that I've heard through my whole journey was Amazonia, in such a very unique way, you know. And so anyhow, yeah, I'm a sucker for that stuff. Deep dives. I haven't been doing those deep dives like I used to, I don't think. I think I may have lost a little of my mojo, but... no, thank you, Delta. This was a great track. Thank you guys so much for hanging in here this long to get it heard. And I appreciate you hanging in here for the journey as well. So don't be a stranger. Tell friends. Oh my goodness! I gotta take a quick water break here because I'm a little kind of verklempt. Verklempt. Anybody remember who the character was that said that? I have it in the back of my head. I'm verklempt. I think it was an SNL thing, wasn't it? Oh my God! I forgot I did those double bake sessions. I fully spaced on that. I used to do that, didn't I? The bake sessions. I think the reason why I didn't was because I was getting blocked, so I was getting frustrated. But, you know, but that's why we got Twitch. I'm really fading on the YouTube thing now instead of just cutting in pieces and off of our like this is home now for me, you know. And so and then just cut and drop. That's why I enjoy this. Anyhow, here we go. I gotta find my mojo. Oops, hang on, I gotta move my cup. My cup splashes over. Okay, next one coming up, Anford. Anford, are you still in the house? It is your turn, Anford. I've been going 3 hours, have I? Good, I still have a little float in my boat. Excuse me. Oh, I've got a good joke for you guys. Let me start off with the laugh first, okay? What concert can you go to and it's a double billing, but only costs 45 cents? What concert can you go to that's a double billing that only costs 45 cents? 50 Cent and Nickelback. I'm dying. I'm freaking dying here. Come on, really? I'm just saying. What the... I'm sorry, supplies. That's the janitor joke. All right. Hey, come on. It was, did somebody bingo? Was that on the bingo card? Really lame old man joke? I'm sorry. That was, I just had to. This next one is coming up from Anford. Anford, are you here somewhere? If not, oh, there you are. I did see you pop in. Dad joke. Anford, this is your song. The name of this game, I think it's a game. It's a game OST called Okamura. Sorry We're Closed soundtrack. The name of the song is Dream Eater. Palace boss, so this must be a boss fight. Oh, that's what it says in your massage. This is a boss theme from a recent horror indie game I fell in love with about a gal getting wrapped up in the world of angels and demons and their various love problems. What do you mean, real time? This is like real world stuff here, a la TikTok. Is a little scary, a little cheeky, and very cool. We don't get much hip hop, so here's a change up. Okay, let's do this. Anford, mahalo for bringing this into the house. Let's go. I'm more of a sativa guy.
I'm not the victim, I am the system. I'm not in the wrong with my infinite wisdom. Follow my words even if I contradict them. It's my house, Michelle, I'll be the one to evict them. Don't want another demon past the ones within my mind. And it's with that resolution that I'll kill you every time. Change is meaningless, when it gets too close I hit rewind. It's a cycle I'll endure and I will love it till I die. If I'm supposed to change and riddle me this, why haven't I changed that? Regardless if
I love the chanting choir in the back.
Focus on stability, don't step out of formality. Just know that you can count on me to never lose the same bet. Damn it all, why am I angry? Why am I pissed? It's your fault, cause you're in my presence, you've ended my bliss. You want the darkness, I'm but to drag you into the abyss. Now that you're here, the cycle is broken, I'll end it with this. Dream Eater.
What we are going up and down like a seesaw. Got me going along for the ride, got me going yeehaw. Time flies when you're having fun, I can't even see ya.
I love this
Time flies
cadence.
cause I'm having fun, I can't even see ya. Back and forth, back and
The spaces
forth,
between the phrasing there.
Back and forth, 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 back and forth. Angelic demon, transcending heathens. The balance on the scale between good and evil ain't even. And even when it is, there's always someone trying to tip it. Tug of war with my arms instead of rope, I'm so conflicted. Wishing I didn't have to deal with all this pain. People gon' be who they are, so to me it's all the same. I'm not about to waste time corrupting my brain. It's like feel how you feel, cause I'm in my own lane, yeah.
I love that line. That was right up my alley here in thinking. Well done.
But I don't hold weight to teeter the scale. Can't help the feeling that maybe I failed. Can't help the feeling that maybe I trailed. The two of us is somewhat of a permanent jail. Got told I'm crazy like you hit the head right on the nail. Most of my dogs hit a 180 tucking their tail. Well, we are going up and down like a seesaw. Got me going along for the ride, got me going yeehaw. Time flies when you having fun, I can't even see ya. Time flies cause I'm having fun, I can't even see ya. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and
That
forth.
choir pattern in the back is what's an intoxicating hook.
Back and forth.
Because it goes back and forth, back and forth. Really super cool track. And you're right. I mean, I don't think the whole stream we had any hip hop in here. Of course, we are an open hip hop environment and all the abstract forms of that genre as well. So the intoxicating part of that track for me was the repetitive pattern of the choir, but it was far enough in the back that it didn't get, to be obnoxious without a doubt. The other thing is I really enjoy the cadence. I guess it seemed like there was two rappers there. The one up front had a little bit more of a rounder, bolder style to his voice or sound to his voice. And he was a little more, I would say, slam poetry-esque. And trust me, I'm not an aficionado in performances of hip hop thingy. I take from a very small sliver of understanding I have. But that style that the other hip hop artist uses, where it's like, there's those spaces in there that are not necessarily on the one, like that rhythmical pattern and that style. I really like that because it adds a little bit of an unexpected, like, ooh, they just said that, ooh, and you know that. So that was really cool. Thanks for dropping it in here, Anford. No, thank you. That was a nice shake-up here in the stream. The Kebab Seller. Are you in the house? I think I just saw you in here. You're here, aren't you? You're here. I think you're here. I think you are. Yeah, the Kebab Seller wants us to check out Gintama. It's an anime. We know that now. Even I recognition that. And hey, Kebab Seller is in the house. We don't have to say aloha from a virtual distance on my YouTube channel. He's actually here. Yes, it's a rare 6 a.m. kebab. How's everything in your part of the world there? What's the weather like where you're at, my friend? This is going to be Gintama. We're going to be listening to a song called Samurai Heart. This is ending song number 17 out of 30. He's laughing. Okay, so let's check this out. It's pretty cold, huh? Yeah. It's cold for me, too. It's winter here in Hawaii, and the water's down to 77 degrees, and it's really big surf, so I can't surf. And this morning it got down to 64 degrees, so kind of cold. I'm just saying, that's our winter. I'm just saying. Don't hate on me for that. All right, guys, let's do this. Bob, thank you for hanging out in the house here. It's good to have you here while I'm doing this. Here we go. I know, DR, you're like, eh. That little grifty pattern in the back behind the vocals with the guitar, I love that. I like how the drums have kind of a disco vibe to it. Kind of buried behind this metal. That thing, that pattern just keeps you in the back, it keeps you pulled in. Nice bass line. Great hook. Sticks out like a sore thumb for sure. I like that. Legible, sonically legible. I like the subtle introduction of the synths in here and the arpeggiation. It's nice. Give us some ambience fight before it punches again. I like guitar pattern here. What a great track. What to be expected in the sense that, you know, what I've learned about the songs that are written for anime and stuff like that, these guys are just masters of the hook. That's all there is to it. And I'm not talking about the hook, masters of the hook and the guys fighting in an anime. I'm talking to the music hook. The composers are just masters of the hook. Ouch. I can't even throw an air hook anymore. Shit, that was my shot in hockey. Now I can't even get my arm up. Jesus. Anyhow, there was two things that actually happened there that I really enjoyed. Is that through the verses there was that constant pattern the guitar was playing in a kind of it wasn't muted, but there was always this constant pattern, for lack of a better word, in arpeggiation that was happening in the back always, even through the vocals, and so there's that kind of subliminal hook. And keeping you in. The melody was nice and fun and poppy. Of course, I don't understand the words, so I'm not digging into it. But I really did enjoy the little break where everything kind of relaxed with the metal aspect of the game, and they got a little synthy. There was just something about that was just kind of freeing of the ears, Kebab, that I thought that, okay, that's great. This is a nice break that they're giving us before they come back into the punchiness of the track. But I will say without a doubt, the track is extremely, extremely hooky, and that's just the genius of it. And yeah, the guitar sound of the band was also phenomenal, and it wasn't too overdriven. You know, the world of overdriven distortion, saturation is a beast to tame, and each one of us actually develop our own likes, you know, and dislikes when it comes to metal, you know, or rock tones and stuff like that. And actually, a tone of a guitar can destroy a track. For the listener, if that listener doesn't have the ear for that tone. You know, there's times where I've listened to some really, really like Meshuggah style tracks, and I was going, God, you know, if that tone was wound down a little bit, not saying that they should or shouldn't, I'm just saying if that tone was just kind of wound, like taken down to 7 or something like that, sure, it would change the impact of everything, but then it would enter that sweet spot of people who have a sweetness for that particular tone, and therefore, you know, but then it would lose all the people that like the darker tones. I don't know. I'm talking bubbles. I'm talking out of my ass right now. But thank you, Kebab, and also great to have you here actually live in person in the stream. We're stoked to have that, is what I'm saying. A judgment. Did we get around doing your track? Let me see. I think we did. We had to have. Were you sleeping? Because you're not left on the how do you do? Yep, we did. According to 1 a.m., you're going to have to wait until the YouTube. No, or what I'll do is I'll pop it live after this for Twitch, and you can search it out. You know, I don't know if it'll get blocked on Twitch, DMCA, EBCG blocked, but yeah. Yes, you can visit the VOD as well. All right, next up is Doc Doom. A Doc a Doom a Doom a Doc a Doc a Doom de Doo. Oh, I think I'm getting slightly delirious, but I still have time, and I'm enjoying myself here. Give me a second. There's Doc Doom. He was lurking in the background, making pizza, and then he heard his name and come flying back to hear his song. Give me a second here. Let's see what we got here. This track is from the band New World Man. The name of the song is Murderworld Part 2. Is this a game or is it a band? No, it's a band. New World Man is a relatively new crossover hardcore band, mix of thrash, metal, and hardcore punk. This track simply just rocks. I can't think of anything else to add to that. Okay. Well, Doc Doom is bringing some of the metal merger mashup into the stream here. So you guys ready? Let's go. Listen to the bass man saving the tone on the guitars because the guitars are so thrashy.
Television old man riding like a corpse. All the fucking wishes of my
Damn, this is ballsy, but guys, listen to that bass. Ooh, this is nice. I can call into action the wasabi beats for this track. Oh, I just got wasabi cleansed. This is insane. Lisa, it says it was just dropped on YouTube 9 days ago, so I don't know where the... Maybe this is a topic channel, I'm not sure. Listen to that bass. Thank you, the Big Jaw. Welcome. God, that bass is so freaking brutal. A little video game noise in the background. This is so thrashy. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it, Emma. No, they didn't. I gotta hear that ending again. Did they do what I thought they did? I'm going to hear this ending again. I'm sorry. Give me a second, because that was killer. That was absolutely freaking brilliant ending. I mean, the song was a thrash juggernaut that we were all kind of just tripping over. But coming out of the nowhere... to get to the end of that little Rush tag. What was the name of that song? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, YZZYZZYXYZ from Rush. And yeah, YYZ. That was, I don't know where or how they got the vibe to end it like that, but that was badass, super fire damage plus 20 brilliant. You know what I'm talking about? That was pretty insane. The track in itself was as brutal and guttural as could be with the tones of the guitar. Sometimes I wonder, I don't know, since I'm not a metal engineer by nature, and sometimes I've done things, guys, like I don't know, for those of you who are producers and composers, you have your DAWs, you write metal and whatever the case is. One of the things that I've done at times is I'll find a tone that I like and I record, and I'll do my background work or my chugs or whatever the case is whenever they happen. They don't happen often. And then sometimes I'll go, you know, I just don't like that chug. And the truth of the matter is that the source tone in my DAW is really a clean sound, right? It's a clean tone that actually gets run through my, neural DSP, one of the 3 or 4 modules I might choose. And then you start to bend and flex, and sometimes I just wonder if these bands do stuff like that. Or they've got a core sound in there and they say, well, let's run it through this and let's see, in a side chain or something. Because some of these sounds are so freaking unique, And it's not like I'm saying, I remember I got my ass handed to me when the very, very first time I heard Ginger. And I didn't know. I wasn't aware of that style of singing with women, going clean, clean squeal metal and stuff like that. And at one point in the thing, I just go, that has to be some kind of a plug-in, right? Boy, could you imagine how I got my ass handed to me in the comments? Not bad, but more like, stupid old man, what are you kidding me? That's her all the way through. Yeah, They weren't hanging me, but, sometimes I wonder if they take that and process it a little more and add a little more juice to it. Oh, you get to see Ginger? That is so cool. That is absolutely so cool. Nobody ever comes out to Hawaii and does anything of that capacity anymore. It's just doesn't happen. What are you going to do? Let me see something here. I got to refresh my data really quick. Let me gotcha. Next up is the Big Jaw. And the Big Jaw came in and said, how's it? And okay. Let's see what the Big Jaw here has. Wants us to listen to. Also a brand new Prime subscriber to the channel. That means you have officially joined our usual suspects. So everybody say aloha to the Big Jaw. And we are going to be listening to a track. This is, I guess, an artist, maybe? Uyama Hiroto. And the song is Unconscious. And great new song that he's requesting. It says, figured you'd really enjoy this track. A surprising way to use record scratches. Love the YouTube too. Oh, thanks. You came over. You have merged from YouTube over here. Welcome. And thank you for your kind words. Let's go ahead and see what the Big Jaw wants here. All right. I love that small room sound on the side snare. Or the snare in a hole, has a holes in there.
A person who is unconscious.
Oh, I love that lo-fi. And I love the unique texture and the engineering. There's a slight saturated distortion at the bottom. Can you guys hear that? I really love this, man. This is spacey, laid back. Could this be a little acid jazzy? Or am I way way out there on my genre. I mean, it's just still around the 2-chord pattern, but all the unique breathiness. Trip hop as well, yeah. Yeah, you were right about the scratch technique. With a little dancing around EP in the back. Big Jaw, that was slick. Coming in and also with your very first drop and kind of changing it up for us here. And I loved the textures in the sounds that were being used to support this kind of 2-chord pattern that was going there. I thought it was a really unique, though it's not the first time I heard it. I'm sorry, I just burped while I spoke. It's Quado. Quado has not returned, but he's looking for a place to pop out every now and then. There was that unique saturated kind of sound to the bottom end. It sounded like there was a low-end distortion, which I know is an engineering technique. And sometimes it can be obnoxious, but it really didn't salt up the game at all for me. I noticed it at the beginning, but then it just kind of melted in with everything else. And that's what I believe this track was a really nice kind of acid jazz meltdown. You know, nice little flowing lines and stuff, and the meandering. The solo part, I was just wondering if that was maybe like a lo-fi guitar, or if it was maybe a monophonic, kind of older Moog sound, if you would. But these are the kind of tracks too that I like to rinse to. I like to just sit here and just kind of, you know. Back in the days when you actually read a paper book, held a book up and read it, this would have been a track that would have been really nice to kind of get you through some of the glidey parts. You know, unlike the book I'm doing now for this author that deserves more ambient, mushy music. But anyhow, Big Jaw, thank you for coming here. Thank you for hanging out with us and participating. And of course, now I look forward to seeing you every time I'm live, which is now right now seeming like it's once a week at the moment. But thank you again. Really appreciate it. It was a sax. Maybe that's what it was. I'm sorry. I just saw your comment there. Maybe that line was like a light lo-fi sax line. I couldn't quite pin it. So, but thanks again. Really appreciate having you out here. Okay, next up in the show would be Great Sage Sun. Great Sage Sun. How are you? Are you here? Probably not. Kind of rolling off and for those of you who still might be lurking and don't know, I do have a YouTube channel where, you know, I got a ton of old shows, VOD. It's just Twitch VOD, and it's on the Avocado channel on YouTube. So always go back there and if you want to rinse and glide into it. There you go. Thank you, 1AM. Appreciate that. Okay, Great Sage Sun wants a track. It's an OST called. I don't think I've done anything for. Oh, Civilization. Jeff Knorr. The song is, oh, sheesh, I'm going to get this wrong. Huta Putin Astet Manda Yanda Hala Basaya. I'm sorry, I had to throw that energy behind it because with a sense of humor, I was never going to get that right. But it sounds like Uthe, Ubuti, Asizumalanda, Halala Baisa. I'm just saying, okay? Stop laughing at me, you guys. Have fun. Oh, the message is, have fun pronouncing that bad boy. Like he already knew. He needled me. I should have read the message first. This is the industrial era variant theme for the Zulu in Civilization 6. the music evolves as time progresses through the game, as in many eras. If you'd like a full example of that, hello. What was the name of the composer? I want to say it's Tim. Something Tim. Maybe Tim's his last name. I'm not sure. You guys fill me in on that. Christopher Tin. Ah, yes. Okay, well, let's listen to it. Thanks for the tongue twister, Great Sage Sun, who is still laughing at me as we speak for trying to say that. But just the theme music, okay. The clicking, that must have to do with the language, correct? Sounds like it would be. Swahili, okay. It has a very much the vibe of like, you know, ba sueña, blah, 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 blah. The Lion King, that's what I was thinking. Oh, I didn't know that was also Swahili, but I'm thinking also the feeling of it too, the composition. The cultural harmonies. The vocals in the background, the pattern that it's just keeping lyrically and syllable and percussion is great. Now the strings pick that up. Key change. It's like it's an uplifting harvesting of joy, it feels like. I mean, I know nothing of the game and nothing of what they're saying, but it almost feels like a celebratory going through the fields and harvesting all the food and, you know, the beauty of a good day kind of vibe, yeah? I love the subtle tube bells behind those. Ba, bum, bum, bum. so many beautiful things to come out of Africa. So many, so many. And one of them are their arrangement abilities, vocals. Beautiful track, beautiful track. I don't know how to not make draw a line between that and Lion King style composition. I think what was discussed earlier in the chat, because it is African language. There's the similarities in the similarities of the background vocal arrangements. I've talked to you guys about this before. Different parts of the world have very unique harmonies that are sung. Here I hear more than anything else, there's a unique harmony that's sung in Native Hawaiian choral compositions, like from Kamehameha schools systems and stuff. And also I'm a little more exposed to the Samoan, Tongan, or Pacific Islander type harmonies. But in of itself too, as unique as those are, as unique are the harmonies that come out of Africa and on the continent. But I think also what plays into that is the enunciation of the words. We also talked about that before, how, you know, the enunciation of words based on language adds such a unique, you know, brushstroke, let's just say. I'm comboing sound with visual, but sonic brushstrokes that make it so unique and so beautiful without being too full. You know, without having hyper layers of answer back and stuff. Choral works, and it just has that signature boom. You know what I mean? Like, you really feel it. And this particular track, like I said, throughout the arrangement, just feels like it's so celebratory. So the one song that I was thinking about in Lion King is that one where it's like, ba swenya ba da 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 da. You know, and that's kind of a celebration of life, right? I guess that was the name of the track too, Celebration of Life or something like the Circle of Life. And then this one just had that vibe, had that same energy and that same vibe. It was very celebratory.